Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing my Rewind Plan with me, and this is the first one that I'll be doing in my new Rewind planner. So this is the cover that I got. I did get the silver coil just because, I don't know. I do the black for my main planner, but other than that, I try and go with the silver or platinum. Is that what they call it? I don't know. Anyways, so we're doing the week of New Year's Eve to the 6th. And here are my pre-plans. It was a very busy week in the sense that I worked a ton, but other than that, it was kind of just anxious and I don't know, it was kind of a strange week. So this week I'm going to be using this mini kit from Scribble Prints Co. It's her 2019 kit, I believe she called it. And I did get the Fashion Girl add-ons, and I did go ahead and put some overlays that I had on these boxes. They came in the Stickie Committee advent calendar, and they were gold, and this is the only gold foiled New Year's kit that I was doing, so I put them on here. And we have the bottom washi and the date cover-ups as well. And I'm probably going to use, I think I'm going to use one of these boxes. And then I have these four, so we'll figure out what boxes I'm going to use. But I'm also going to use these Stella Beau real glitter headers. I think they matched really well, and I didn't really want to try and find like solid color glitter headers that would work, so I'm gonna go with these. And then I also have a ton of washi pulled out, but I think the washi that I'm gonna use on the bottom is this one from Wonton and a Million. It's her New Year's one, and I didn't get to use it in my main planner, so I think I'm gonna use it in this one. But I'm gonna go ahead and put everything down, and then I'll be right back with you guys. Alright guys, so there is everything. I'm very excited about it. Let's do the sidebar. Oh, I didn't put in this flag. Let's do the sidebar and the flag. I guess I should probably do the weekend banner too while I'm thinking about it. Let's put that on. I think I want to do it on the full boxes. Some full boxes I'm okay with the weekend banner being on, some I'm not, but this one I think will work. So there's that. And then let's do the sidebar here. I wanted to use this overlay quote that said Happy New Year here. And then I think I decided that I'm going to do 2 habit trackers, but one's going to be for taking my medicine, which I've been really good about, so I'm proud of myself. So we'll put this in. Do I want to put any like headers, or what do I want to do? I don't know. I think I'll do these glitter headers. because there's definitely not enough left to do a full spread, so might as well use them up. If there was like exactly 21 left, then I probably would save them, but there's not, so we're gonna use them up. And then maybe I'll have like 7 left and I could do like a personal spread or just pull in like 1 row of them. But I never like to use up glitter headers unless I know that I can use a majority of them, especially if I have like a full set left, because I feel like at some point I could use them. I don't know, I have a whole thing in my sticker collection of glitter headers that I've kept thinking that I'm going to use them, and I just feel like I'm not going to ever, but I usually find a purpose for them, and if I don't use them, I know my mom uses them because she likes to buy like really small kits and then take stickers for me. But I don't mind because then it uses up my collection too, which it's truly a collection. I feel like there's a bunch of stickers that I have that I don't want to use because they're too special. Alright, so I'm going to put in a last glitter header down at the bottom just to tie it all together because there's no washi in this kit, so, and I don't think a strip of washi from like a roll would fit very well. So we'll just put that in and that will be that. And it's so sparkly. Okay, so I'm going to give my camera a second to cool off. I'm going to fill out the sidebar and probably do some of this deco, and then I'll be right back with you guys. Alright guys, so let's get into this. The first thing that I want to do is put down this last countdown sticker. These are from Whimsical Cat Studios. I think I'm going to put it down here because, like I said, it's just one of them. So we'll put it down here on this washi, and then I think I'm going to put this 2019 banner as the like it's the day type thing. So we'll put that there because I already have Hello 2019 up at the top, so we'll just do that to complete it. I might put the little cat somewhere. I don't know, I really like this deco, so I kind of want to use it, but we'll see what happens. So there's that. Oh, could you even see that? Probably not, but there's that. Anyways, so Monday, the first thing that I did was get rid of the book that I was reading. Like, I actually donated it. That's how done I was with it. And I think I talked about this before, but I really feel like it was just because I got so many good books for Christmas that it was really hard for me to try and finish a book that I just was not enjoying. So I donated it to Goodwill so that if someone is looking for it, they can find it, but I was just not, it wasn't worth keeping in my collection. That's something I'm really trying to work on, is if I go to read a book and I can't get through it, or even if I finish it and I really don't like it, to just pass it on, to not keep it in my collection, because I definitely would say that I have a book collection and it's to the point now where I've reached maximum density. Like, I can't get any more if I don't get rid of any. So we got rid of that one and I started reading a new one. It's called The Rule of One. I actually heard about it on Colleen Ballinger, who's Miranda Sings, if you didn't know. She talked about reading it and reminded her of her sister. I'm an only child, so I don't know, but it seemed like an interesting concept and I started it and it's actually really good. So I'm glad that I started it. The next thing that I did was I did an Instagram story for my setup, which I don't know if this has been a thing and I just have been missing it, but they made it now so that you can make a continuous story, which I was so pleased about. I still had to stop and start to like turn pages and stuff like that, or if I wanted to tag people. So I tried not to do more than like one dashboard, but it was so much easier than having to like do little bits and pieces. So I'm glad that I learned about that, if it isn't brand new, but if it is, I'm, you know, very pleased. Okay, so I do want to put in a piece of washi here. I think that I want to do the hot pink, just because why not? So we have these bows, which I feel like are from the Tropical Bow collection, but I could be very wrong, I'm not sure. But it's definitely a color I don't get to use a lot, so we're doing it now. But I need the slice tool, so And then what did I do after that? Monday was a super chill day because my mom went back to work for one day, so I was kind of by myself, except for my dad, who was doing other things. So I just kind of did what I needed to do to catch up, but still try and relax. But I did get boba because we had to run some errands, so I grabbed some boba for myself. So I'm going to use these little Wonton in a Million stickers, and I want to do this pink one. And we went because my dad could get Korean barbecue, but I could get boba and rice, so I was very pleased. I'm going to use this label, and it was just like the perfect little New Year's treat. I was actually surprised that they were open, but they were, so I was happy. So there's that for my boba. And then I was going to mark that it was New Year's Eve, which it surprisingly came really quickly because like my mom got home and then my parents took my dog for a walk, and then all of a sudden they were like, oh my gosh, there's 1 hour until, you know, it's New Year's. So I'm going to mark that with, I feel like I was going to mark it without a label, but I feel like marking that without a label looks funny. So maybe I'll do this quarter box. I don't know. Okay, well, let's do the black one and put that in here because there is one more thing that I want to mark after that, because after we did the countdown and everything and popped the champagne and whatever, which, let me just say, I love that she made these stickers that, like, annoyed that it's New Year's stickers because it's totally me. We finished Ozark, which was amazing, and I think we started Maniac that night too, or did we just start it the next day? I'm not sure. But I'm going to use this one sitting at the TV. It's probably for watching the countdown, but I'm going to use it to mark watching Netflix because we finished Ozark, which highly recommend. But yeah, so there's that for Monday. Tuesday was New Year's Day, so I'm going to use another one of these stickers and use the sleeping in one because I definitely slept in. I don't think I went to bed until like 3, which is actually early for me. I tend to be the person who stays up all night long on New Year's Eve if I even fall asleep. So I'm going to mark the new year with a quarter box. I don't know, that feels wrong, but it also doesn't. Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. Okay, so we're gonna put this in, and then usually we like meander around the house and like do nothing until like we have to, and we didn't think that we had to do anything, but we're sitting on the couch watching the parade, and all of a sudden my grandma texts us and was like, are you guys okay? And I was like, yeah, why? She was like, well, you were supposed to be here at 11:30 and it was 12:30, I think, so it was already an hour past when we were supposed to be there. And I was like, oh no. And it was like total fire drill. All of us were trying to get ready, and like we have, okay, this is gonna sound really funny, we have 2 bathrooms in our house, but for some reason we only ever use one of them to shower, so all 3 of us had to like shower and get ready, and so we were like taking turns using the bathroom, but it's so ridiculous because we have 2 of them. So I'm gonna use this Running Man to mark going there because we got ready so quickly. I think it was like record time. I don't think we've ever gotten ready that quickly, ever. And so we got over there, we were very late, but I was like texting my cousin like, what time are you guys leaving? I'm so sorry. But yeah, so we went over there and it was still nice to see them and everything. We thought it was on Saturday. We didn't think it was on New Year's Day, but anywho. So we went there, but we had missed them eating, so we needed to get food, and I really wanted Chipotle because I was watching the parade while I was at my grandma's house, and I really wanted Chipotle because I saw the Chipotle float, and it was just one of those things where I felt the need. So we got Chipotle, and then that night we had a major Netflix binge, and that's when we started what's it called? Maniac. which I do have to say it's very strange. It's a very, very strange concept. But once you get past that, it's really good, and it has Jonah Hill in it, and what's her face? I always forget her name. Olive Pendergast from Easy A, whoever that is, with the really beautiful red hair. Anyways, she's in it. She's amazing. But yeah, so we had our Netflix binge. I think we watched like 3 episodes of it, 4 episodes, I don't know. But there's only 1 season, and you definitely have to pay attention to it. It's not like The Office where you can turn it on and just laugh every once in a while. Like, you need to watch it. So we haven't watched much more of it, even though I want to. But like I said, it's something that you have to definitely watch, so we'll get back to that. But I used the little Fox and Cactus girl on the couch with a bag of potato chips, because I just felt like that. So let me slice this. This washi is from Wonton and a Million as well. It was part of the New Year's bundle. So we'll just throw that in there every once in a while to separate the bows action. But yeah, that was about it for that day. Next was Wednesday, which started the craziness of my work week. So thankfully I have all these work labels. So I guess I'm just going to go down the line of them. So Wednesday I worked 11 to 6:30, and this was a very adventurous day because I got there and the kids were super excited because they had heard about this indoor obstacle course rock climbing place, and it's all kids themed and stuff like that. So it sounded like tons of fun, and I'm totally the type of person that's just if you guys are happy with it, then that makes my job easy, so let's go for it. So we decided on that, and I made a reservation for it because it was a reservation only type place deal thing. And so I went online and I got my little confirmation number, and I pulled the address off of the email, and so I started driving there, and it said that it was an hour away, which I wasn't really surprised by because I knew that the place was about 30 to 45 minutes away from where we were, and then because of traffic I figured. And so we get there and I go in and I show the invoice and I give my name, and the lady was really, really nice, but she had that look on her face that customer service people get of oh no, this person's name is not on my computer screen right now. So I kind of gave her that look what's happening? And she was like, unfortunately, it doesn't look like your reservation's here. And I was like, how could that possibly be? I have the thing right here on my phone. And I showed it to her and she goes, oh, well, that's not our location number. That's our address, but that's not the number of our store. I was like, what do you mean? I was very irritated. But not with her, but with the place. And so she was super sweet, and it was one of those places that was we don't do refunds, we don't give money back, anything type of thing. So I was super worried. And then we also had one of the kids' friends with us, so I was even more concerned because I was like, oh my gosh, if I have to stay here and wait for another, reservation time, then are we going to be able to get home? Because in LA, the longer you wait, the worse traffic will be. So if traffic was bad while we were going there, it was probably going to be bad on the way back. So thankfully, everything got sorted out. We didn't get to go that day, and they ended up refunding me the money because that location was actually cheaper than the other location. So they were really apologetic and nice, and we ended up making a reservation for Friday. But I spent a total of 3.5 hours in my car that day driving, not just for that, but driving to work, driving home from work, and then taking the kids to activities and all this stuff. It was a big deal. So I'm just gonna put driving and driving and driving in that flag because it was a majority of my day. And then the kids were super upset, and I totally understood why, so I felt really bad. But there wasn't much I could do about it, so I told them I would take them to go ice skating because it's something that they really love. So and it was the ice skating place was kind of on the way home anyway, so it wasn't much more out of the way. So we'll put, actually I'm gonna move this down a little bit. And so we did that, or well, we drove and drove and drove, and then we went to the ice skating place, and we were there for a little bit, and the kids had fun. We had hot chocolate. It was a great time. But I'm gonna use this little Wonton in a Million little character all bundled up, and she's pink, so it works perfectly. And put her on this side for ice skating. The kids are getting so good at it, which makes me proud. And then I'm just going to put in some washi here. I think we'll do the pink bows, or actually, you know what? I'm not going to put washi in. I'm just going to move this up and then put washi in and then put the last thing. But I had a horrible night this night. Like, I was so anxious, and I don't think that it helped. I mean, there was other stuff going on, which, unfortunate, but that's honestly why I like fell off my upload wagon, was just because life was really hard in general, and then to be working so much, I just felt like overextended. And then I kind of came home and was just like, I don't want to move. It was just one of those things where like I felt like moving was gonna make my situation worse. So I was not okay. Let's be honest. I was not okay. I am okay now, but I was not okay. And so I found a sticker to represent that. I have anxiety stickers, and I feel like there's all different types of anxiety that I go through, so I have a few different ones, and this one was just one. I mean, to give you an idea, I came home and I walked into my room, and my desk is like very close to my door of my room, and I like sat down on my desk and I just flopped across the desk and was just like head down crying mess. It was not funny. It was not cute, but now it's kind of funny to think about. But yeah, so I picked this sticker from Fox and Cactus because it was just me. So I'm gonna put the little one in the center here and just leave it at that because it was true. So that's the first half of the week. I think it looks very, very pretty. I'm very proud of it. It's very foily. Let's flip on over to Thursday, which was another work day. I worked longer this day, 10 to 6:30, but don't worry, there was still events to be had. So the kids got a trampoline as like a Hanukkah, Christmas, New Year's gift thing. And so this day it was supposed to be getting built. And so we were there, and I was waiting for the Amazon installation guy to show up, and he showed up, and I was like, oh, hi, like, thank you for coming. I was very cordial and nice, and I like let him into the house, and I like even made a joke about there being laundry in the hallway, which there wasn't even that much laundry in the hallway. Let's be honest. Like, the house cleaning lady was there too, so it was just me and her. We were the only adults there, and then the two kids who were thankfully watching TV instead of like running around behind me while I handled this. But then he like walked down the stairs to where the boxes were, which to my knowledge were in there because they couldn't get an earlier appointment to install the trampoline. So I show him the boxes, and then I show him the space where I want them to go. And mind you, like, we're talking like 6 or 7 steps here. Like, they're technically 2 like separate places, so I guess 2 separate flights, but they're not really a flight of stairs because it's not really stairs, you know what I mean? So I show him it, and he gets all mad at me, and I was like, what? And he was like, well, you know, they're supposed to deliver this where you want it built. And I was like, okay, well, I'm sorry. And then he made a comment about me not being able to help him with the boxes, and so I was just like, listen, you can be rude, you can be mean, but this isn't even my house, so I don't even know what you want me to do about it. And so I took the kids to the library because the house cleaner was super sweet and was like, no, I'll let them out, don't worry. And so I took the kids out of there because I was just very uncomfortable. And thankfully, by the time that we got back from the library, the, what's it called? The, trampoline was built, and the guy was gone, and I was very, very happy. So, the kids loved it. They were jumping on the trampoline. They were very happy campers. I'm going to use this Cards and Pawns sticker from Planning Roses to mark that we also had like a game day type thing because the kids went and jumped around, and then I had them come upstairs because they were starting to get, like, I don't know, they were starting to get overexerted, and they still wanted to play, but I was like, you guys are gonna be a hot mess if you get super tired on here, and you're not even gonna know why you're a hot mess. Like, so, yeah, I had them come inside. I was that party pooper, and they just chilled out for a little bit. And then the little boy, I'm trying to see which washi I've used. I've used the pink bows, and I've used this one, and I've used this one. Okay, that helps. Oh, and I also used the white bows. Okay, so I had them come inside, and they showed me that a new series of Unfortunate Events series came out, which I have to watch. I have yet to watch it, but I need to finish Maniac first. I'm gonna use this gold bow because it's obnoxious, and I feel like I need to use it for New Year's, and if not, like, when else am I gonna use it? I'll honestly probably use it in a ton of gold spreads that I do, but I'm just excited to use it now. So yeah, they came upstairs, they watched an episode of that because we can't watch more TV than that, apparently, and, what's it called? Then the little boy, he learned how to play, like, the actual game of Pokemon, and instead of, like, because he's had the cards forever, it's just, he's been learning to read, and he's just become, like, very proficient at reading now, so, now he can, like, understand the game and know how it's played and stuff like that. So he taught me how to play, and I'm slightly obsessed with it. Like, I'm not gonna go purchase cards and have my own deck and, like, go have battles and stuff, but I totally don't mind playing it with him. So he taught me how to play, and I was very excited about it. So that's what this little thing is for. It's for game day. And then when his sister got irritated that she didn't want to play Pokemon and that we were playing Pokemon, she taught me how to play Exploding Kittens, so I also learned how to play that game, which was tons of fun. So yeah, game day, and then he had basketball practice, so it was at a park, and it was outside, which I was very unhappy about. I don't even know how that was allowed, but it was so cold. I was freezing. So I have these little winter scribblers from Scribble Prints Co. And I'm just going to put in this one where you can see her breath to mark that I was frozen. I had to sit outside in the cold, in the dark, in a park, that rhymed, for an hour. And both of us were so cold. We were not prepared. And then I came home and I pre-planned because I needed to do something productive. So I have these little Planner Nerd stickers from Wonton and a Million to put in there, and that is it for Thursday. Moving on to Friday, work again, 10 to 6:30. It's a lot. I'm gonna do the black this time, just to break up the colors a bit. And this day we went to the climbing place, which was so much fun, and I'm glad that we did it, but I was embarrassingly sore afterwards. Like, I really shouldn't be that sore. I shouldn't be that out of shape. I mean, it's a kid's place. Like, there were kids doing these things, hopping all over the place, and I don't know that they weren't sore the next day, but I was very sore the next day. And, but I'm glad that I went, and I'm glad the kids had fun. It was worth it, and I'm glad it all worked out. But to mark that, I have these Toffee Bananas Mom Life #3 stickers, and I'm using this one with the blocks because they had, like, a course that had these blocks that you would stack up. They were, like, big blocks, and then you would try and, like, climb on top of them without them falling over, and the kids, I call them my kids, but they're not my kids, liked that one the best, so I thought that this was cute to mark that. And we'll put in, what should I put in there? I think I'll just put in some pink bows. And so it was like an hour-long, it's an hour-long session that you get, so we were there for that. And then on the way home, I had realized that I had packed them snacks and lunch, but I didn't bring myself anything. I had brought some, like, snacks and water, but I was like, I cannot survive on this. So I made a pit stop at McDonald's, and I bribed the kids with fries. Because I was like, you guys have, you know, your lunch, like, can I go get my lunch? And they were like, yeah, but you have to give us fries. And I was like, okay, well, just don't get me in trouble. So I have this little fox and cactus girl who's like shoving fries down her throat for getting McDonald's. And then when I got home, my Michael's washi acrylic drawers or whatever had arrived, so I could finally finish organizing all of my washi. So I'm gonna use this little munchkin and put it on one of these, because it really did take me a while, because I wanted to figure out like how many drawers I want to dedicate to each one. Did I want to organize by foil? Did I want to organize by size? And I think it came out pretty well. I'm pretty proud of it. But I'm going to put this little hashtag washi love too, because I feel like there's only a few occasions that you can use this sheet, but I have 2 of them, so I'm happy with it. So there's that for organizing washi. And then I had a nice cup of tea this night because, again, I was super duper cold and I started to get like this weird throat thing that concerned me, because I was like, oh my gosh, you can't be getting sick right now. So I'm gonna use this little girl from this sheet from Fox and Cactus drinking tea or whatever is in that mug. It was tea for me, so there's that. And then moving on to Saturday, I worked twice, so I'm gonna use, I did pull out my babysitting script, but I don't think I'm gonna use that. I think I'm just gonna use these labels. So I'm gonna do the gray one first. I worked 9 to 1 at a photo shoot for my boss and watched like 10 kids at a time in different shifts, because she was doing campaign photos and she needed children and I was a child wrangler, which was kind of fun. But it was in a not so great part of town, so I was very concerned. But yeah, and then it started to rain, which was also great. So I have these stickers from Wonton and a Million, and I think I'm gonna use this one with like the question marks, like why is this happening? Because it was honestly one of those moments where I was like, really? Of all the days, like of all the times, you could have rained later. But it was just a drizzle, and then later on it really started to pour, which was a bummer. So I'm just gonna put this in here to mark the rain, but we need the rain, so I can't really complain. And then I'm going to, oh, that was a bad idea. It's fine. Because the other work label is pink, so I don't want pink right next to pink, but it's okay. I'll put washi here because there's not a whole lot to mark, or a whole lot left to mark. So I'm going to use the black foil bows in here, and then I went to my other babysitting job, which was just 3 hours, but still, after all of that week and then working that morning and then going to another job, I was just like, oh my gosh, I can't do this. I need a break. I was so tired, but as I should be. I guess that means that I did my job correctly, that I was like actually watching children as opposed to the babysitters and nannies who'd like just sit there. So there's that. And then, oh, I need to put in this work label. But while I was at my other job, the kids, like, the heater broke in the house. Thankfully not while I was there, like, so I didn't have to explain that the heater was broken. But I was like, oh my gosh, you guys, it's really, really cold in here. And they were like, yeah, our heater's broken. And it's like raining outside and it's like the coldest it's ever been. That's an exaggeration, but it just feels really, really cold. So I was like, well, what are we supposed to do? They're like, we can make hot chocolate, which I was down for. So I made us all hot chocolate, which was really nice. And so I'm going to use this big girl sipping out of the mug to mark us having hot chocolate. And then lastly, moving on over to Sunday here, I slept in as I should because I was exhausted. So I have this Pimba Planner piggy sticker here, and I think that I've now used every single washi at least once, I think, or like color of washi, I should say. So I'm gonna use this again because I feel like it'll be a good background. This is the Wonton and a Million washi, who's now at Michael's, by the way, which I think is awesome. I think Sweet Kawaii design, and there's one other shop that I can't remember the name of right now that are in Michael's, but I think that's so cool. And then I saw, I think it was a meme, or maybe it was a story or something, I don't know, I can't remember, but I was laughing because it was like, the way to find planner friends, go to Michael's now and stand in the aisle, and the first person you see walking towards you is your new friend. And I was like, that's a great, like, that's so true, you could totally do that now. I don't have the guts to do that yet, but maybe one day. One day I'll just go hang out in Michael's. Okay, the only problem I found with the slice tool is that it's hard to get right next to the like blade and have it work. I'm gonna do 2 strips of this because this sticker is so large. But I'm so excited that I've been using a lot of my winter stickers because I feel like I don't get the opportunity to use them enough because I live in Southern California and like what is winter. But I've been doing a lot of wintry things this year, which is nice. I mean, I've gone ice skating twice and I went to the snow today, which is Monday of next week. So I did like a snowball fight, and I built a snowman, which I think is the first time I've done since I was like 6. And, yeah. And I drink hot chocolate all the time now, so it's perfect. But yeah, I slept in, and then I had Starbucks, so better bet your bottom that I'm using another one of these Fox and Cactus winter stickers, because when else am I going to use them? So I'm going to put that in with another piece of this, which, oh my gosh, you guys, I should probably save this to talk about next week, but I'll probably forget because it's one of those things where I'm like obsessed with it now, but I'll probably forget it by next week because other things will happen. My camera cut off and I have no idea when, but this is for sleeping in. This is for going to Starbucks, which I was just talking about. I had a black and white mocha today. I don't exactly know what a black and white mocha is, but I assume it's just a combination between a regular mocha and a white chocolate mocha. But it was like the perfect combination of not too chocolatey and not too bland, if that makes sense. So yeah, anyways, I did some filming this day. I was supposed to do some editing, but it just didn't happen, so I'm gonna use this label here. And then this night was fun. I went on like a little dinner date situation to BJ's, but both of us had pasta, so I'm gonna use my little JB Planning corgis on like a little pasta date. Reminds me of Lady and the Tramp. And put that in up here, and that closes out this week. Oh wait, I want to use these this film script from Magic Prints Co for up there, so I don't have to write anything. But that is the week in full. I'm very, very pleased with it. Let me zoom you guys out so you can see everything, including my mess of washi, because that's just the way things are. But there is that. I'm just going to go ahead and fill everything out with my black pens, and then I'll be right back to show you guys the finished result. Alright guys, here is everything all filled out. It is very foily, but I think it looks really, really pretty. It's not usually the color palette I go for, but I'm not mad about it, and I really love all the boxes in here. I think it looks very festive. But this is what I have left of the kit. I have the SPC new releases. We have some functional stickers, some labels, little things, and headers. Cancelled, rescheduled, nope, LOL, movie marquee, and a box and a paper clip. And then we have these boxes here, so some extra full boxes. And then we also have half of the bottom washi left over too. So someone could probably do a personal spread with this, or like a very no white space spread with it. And I don't think anything that's left says 2019, which, yeah, no, it doesn't. I mean, except for the sticker sheets. The name of it is 2019. But that's kind of nice. Maybe whoever gets this in my D-Stash giveaway can use it to supplement their New Year's spread next year or something like that. So definitely we'll be putting that in there. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe down below if you have not already. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.